Pour yourself a cold one. It's time to celebrate one of the world's most popular beverages.
Yes, today is National Beer Day. Did you know beer is actually the third most popular drink worldwide? It comes in just behind water and tea.
Yeah, it's so popular.
It's also one of the world's oldest drinks, possibly date back to 9500 BC.
Marty is celebrating the occasion, so we have to raise a glass to him. Where's Marty? He is at Heavy Seas. And Marty, I've got to tell you, loose cannon is a staple in my refrigerator. That is one of Big Al's favorite beers.
Loose Cannon is a fine beer. You can find it in my refrigerator, too, anytime Big Al needs to escape the house. Tell him come on over to La Casa Bass, and I'll hook him up. Christopher Leonard, Brewmaster Operations Manager. We just did a story that worldwide beer is the third most popular liquid beverage behind water and tea.
Tea, correct.
That's
yes,
crazy.
I didn't know that, yeah.
Guys, how many cans are behind us here right now?
That's a great question. Millions.
Say that
Over a million cans.
In here right now?
Yeah, because they're going really deep back. These are all empty cans that we have procured during a time where cans are hard to get. So we were able to get a lot ahead of time. We don't need this many cans for about 6 months, but yes.
You know, and anytime you turn around, that COVID story continues to rear its ugly head. Just real quick, tell us about this, because this is the length and breadth of running a brewery. Listen to this.
So this tag represents the batch number of this cans, the lot number. So we track all of our raw ingredients and all of our packaging materials, everything that we put into the beer. So if there's a problem, if there's a recall, if there's a problem with our barley malt supplier, we have that information at our fingertips as per FDA regulations, so that we can go ahead and recall that product. Now, we've never had to do that, but we're set up in case there's some failure in the system where the bottles have cracks that could cause failure and potentially harm someone.
So we were talking earlier about, I said, the beer culture in the Baltimore metropolitan area, and we got about a minute before we have to go to the break. And it's vibrant, it's growing, and you think that's, I mean, you guys don't see the competition here. Sales might think a little different. I mean, we're the one and only Heavy Seas, but as a brewmaster, you got to be proud of when you and the guys sit around and talk.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to chat with other folks that do the same thing you do, that have a passion for not only the craft and the creativity, but also the science, because everything we do here is science-based. So techniques and sharing new products, new experiences. We just released a beer called Cosmic Blur that's brewed with a genetically modified yeast that creates lactic acid, so we have a sour beer without having to bring bacteria into the brewery. So we're doing some research on that, and we can share that with some of our fellow brewers. That's
wild. We're going to be back next half hour here at Heavy Seas, but right now it's just time to quote one of my favorite country songs by an artist named Luke Combs. And in one of the verses he says, "Diamond rings and football teams have torn this boy apart, but ice-cold, long-neck beer never broke my heart." It's National Beer Day, ladies and gentlemen. We're live in Halethorpe. We'll see you next half hour.
True words, Marty. That is poetry.
Yeah, Marty, we're not saying you have to, but if you want to bring some back for us to taste, we won't fight you on it.
Sean would love a six-pack, yes. Thanks, Marty.